Hey guys, it's Tim with Invisible Pain. Have we turned into a government that doesn't care, or a government that absolutely knows everything that they're doing, or have we turned into a society of beggars? People that doesn't want to work, people that wants to for the government to pay for everything, to give everything for free. And in this past election, you heard the guy from New York say that well, he's going to do exactly what some of the people in New York want. He wants to try to give every fucking thing away where people can continue to lay around. Well, back in the day when the Indians roamed these lands that we live on right now, that they didn't go out to grocery stores. They didn't wait on the government to send them airdrop to feed their families. Everything that they needed, whether it be arrowheads or arrows or bows or food, they done for themselves. Well, then when we started coming over in this country and we was out in the middle of nowhere and we saw things that we needed, the Indians helped help people. And then they got to the point that they didn't have nothing else to give. And then the government started sending them things that they needed, started sending them food. Where the Indians and the white people had all got together and all the resources at the place that they were living at, they'd sunk through everything. So the government come back in and kept throwing, this food and this, giving them this land and that land, and saying it was okay to live here and it was okay to live there and do this and it's okay to do that. But now we've transgressed onto a whole different part, and people thinks that food stamps actually had a cutoff. They don't have a damn cutoff. It's how many people's in your home. You get paid so much for, when you see the illegals come over here, and especially where I live, you see a household that's like a two or maybe even a 3 bedroom home, that's an older home, that they'll move in, and they'll move in 5 different families. And you sit there thinking, well, how in the hell, why do they do that? It's because they're smart. They come over here, and every one of them, when they go to the grocery store and you see them at Walmart, they're driving new Escalades or new Chevrolet trucks or whatever they're driving. They're going in and they're filling a buggy after a buggy after a buggy after a buggy. And you're saying, damn, how in the hell do they do that? And I met a guy the other day that he was there at Walmart, and his wife had cancer, and it was all he could do. I mean, the little bit amount of money that he got, which was not even $100, he went through and tried to stretch it out, and that was like 2 or 3 bags when he worked out of the grocery store. And then you see people that come in and got 2 or 3 buggies, one buggy full of sodas, one buggy full of candy, and one buggy full of nothing but meats, spending $1,500 every time they walk in Walmart. And you say, how in the hell is that going on? Well, it's based off how many damn people is living at home. And they say, well, people say, well, I'm so sick of hearing that the illegals, come over here and they're not eligible to receive food stamps. That's bullshit. That's a damn lie. That might be the way that it was intended. But when Biden give all these people temporary status as being a citizen, it opened them up to everything. It opened up to health care. It opened up to food stamps. It opened up to monetary. It opened them up to Section 8 housing. It opened up everything. And then you see women on the internet saying, well, if you don't give me my food stamps, I'm going to go out and I'm going to steal the shit. Not that I'm going to get up and go to work and take care of my children. I'm going to go out and steal the shit. And they don't understand that that's exactly what the government wants them to do. That's exactly what the government wants to do. The government wants them to keep living in the damn slums that they're living in. They want them to keep continuing on letting them send them that little bit of money that they sell half of it for 50 cents on the dollar. And they'll buy a little bit of groceries here, and they'll sell the rest up to another family. And all along, they get away with it. I know a gentleman right now that gets food stamps, been getting them for the last 10 years. And as soon as he gets his, he goes to Walmart and spends every damn dime on it on sodas, 12-pack drinks. Then he goes to a flea market or goes to a wherever, and he sells every damn one of them for a cash price. And all that cash, he said he wants the damn food stamps. He wants the money. And we sit back and we blame it on Republicans. Oh, the Republicans was doing this, or the Democrats was doing that, and I want my damn food stamps. Why don't you try to get off of some of the damn shit that you've got yourself into? The extra bills, the not paying your bills, not the part that has got you so far pushed back in life that you can't even afford to buy a damn gallon of milk, and you want somebody else to go out and buy it for you and pay for it. Somebody else to get up 5 o'clock in the morning to go work all day, to be able to provide your ass with something to eat. And that's the reason our country's turned into a country of beggars. And then we want to stand up and raise hell and cuss and say that you're going to use your voting rights to vote for people who gives you everything for free. Well, one of these days, there's going to come a time that this world's going to turn to shit. And it's on a fast downhill slide right now. And there's two kind of people in this world that'll never affect. It might on the short term till they get their heads straightened back out to get back on the ways that they were taught and the way that they were grown up. There's two kind of people in this country that'll still survive without the food stamps and all the government help. See, the government wants that, and if you're not asking for the government to help you, they're like, damn, we've got to get involved with these people some way or another. We've got to be able to get them where they depend on us. There's going to be two kind of people in this country that don't need the damn government, and that's the cowboys and the old rednecks in the South. See, them cowboys know what it's like to get up and go to work every day and work their ass off from daylight to dark. Same way for them old rednecks that get up and jump in them old wore out trucks and go out and work their ass off. But if it come down time to it, if I need to take off up in the woods with on a 4-wheeler and an old rifle to go shoot them something to be able to eat, or be able to go out and raise a garden to grow their own food, they ain't got no problem doing that. Or they might need to protect their land or their family. They ain't got no problem doing that. And if something really bad happens in this country, you're going to see places like New York eat itself. New York and these big cities that these Democratic leaders are sitting there saying they're doing so well. Let something bad happen. Let something bad happen in our nation that shuts down all trucking and all food and everything, and watch these big cities eat itself. So we don't want you to come down here where we're at in the South. They don't want you coming down toward Texas and all these other places where these cowboys are at. Y'all step out. Y'all wanted the shit. Now y'all keep it, because what you've got coming that you ain't. But you're too blind to see. You don't see what's over on the other side of the hill. All you're seeing right now is what these fucking stupid ass politicians are begging you about, giving you all this free food and free housing, free health care, pay for your damn lights, send you a little bit of money on a card so you can go out and get your nails and your hair done, and maybe even buy you a pair of Jordans. But you don't see what's coming. When all that government money, when somebody finally says, nope, no more, or we break off into a war in this country, because all these illegal motherfuckers has come across that border and their whole intentions of being here is destroying our country. When something pops off and all that money is frozen, you're going to see some good people. Because New York's not full of these fucking idiots like you see on fucking TV, but there's a lot of them. But you're going to see good people in New York suffer and watch these states actually eat themselves from the inside. There's going to people's going to die. People are going to leave here a tragic death. All while you're going to have people still laying on the streets screaming, why isn't our government helping us? And they're going to stay, and they're going to stay through the very last, thinking the government's going to send it out and New York Times, y'all, everything's gonna be all right. Y'all don't worry. The food stamps is getting ready to. We're getting ready to load them up tomorrow, and then tomorrow never comes. And you got them babies that need that Enfamil. You got them elderly that need to have their medicines, and it's all gonna be gone because we've allowed pedophiles and these other Muslims to destroy a country that was designed to be run the way God intended for it to run. But now you're coming to a point in your life that you think everything's going your way. All I can tell you is you better get ready because being the city of the beggar is almost over. Guys, you got to get it right. And we got to get ready. Like, share, comment, let me know what you think. Tim Tilley, Invisible Pain.